Good afternoon, Husky fans. It is playoff time here at Hannaford Field. Sebastian Pettit with you here as the Huskies take on the 6th seed Fitchburg State Falcons to kick off the LEC quarterfinals. Huskies traveling from left to right in their all blue homes, while Fitchburg in green, gold, and white traveling from right to left. Fitchburg with it here in their own end. They'll send it across midfield, and it will take a hop and forward for the Falcons. And now a shot coming in here and saved well by Pitch. I believe it came off her foot, but it will stay with the Falcons now. Good defending there to poke it away. It was 27 days ago the Huskies lost 2-1 to Fitchburg, as the Huskies dropped a close one on the road. Was scoreless at halftime, and it was Molly Richard with the go-ahead goal. Richard now 1 goal from a school career record. So one player to watch for the Falcons tonight. Now a battle here on the near side, a whistle, and it will go to the Huskies. Kerrigan Demers will get it started. Demers, one of the Husky seniors now. It's with Ellis. Ellis cuts it back and brings it to the blue line. It's poked away, and Ellis still with it. Ellis rounds the corner and heads to the far side. Staples down the line here, and it's with the Huskies, but taken away by Fitchburg. Now into the area still, and Staples' effort is blocked. This is out up top. Barassa chasing it down, and the Gardner graduate will continue to trail behind midfield. This one slowed down, and it's with Sorois, the senior. Gets a whistle, and it'll stay with the Huskies. Huskies with a 9-3 conference record, 12-7 overall coming into today. Fitchburg 3 places behind the Huskies, a 7-5 regular season, 10-9, and 3-3 in their last 6. The Huskies 6-0 to end the season, including a road win against the otherwise undefeated #1 seed Castleton Spartans. Now going forward is Dugan. Dugan carrying, and now a whistle here, and it will go to the Falcons. Huskies forward here. Ellis to the inside, still with the Huskies here, and a whistle. It will be an early penalty corner for USM. First of the match for either side after 4 minutes. Staples will start with it. Staples leaves it for Dugan. Dugan will take a touch, sends it back in, takes a deflection, still in the area for the Huskies. Chance here. Low drive, and it's pushed away and will go to the Falcons. Early sub here for Fitchburg. It'll be Jordan Bartell, freshman right out of Fitchburg. Now a stoppage of play. Here's the official getting everything set, and that one will come off the heel of Sorois. Not intentional, as a whistle. This one helped on, and now up ahead go the Falcons. Sorois reaches in, but she's whistled, and they'll carry immediately Fitchburg. This is Richard. Big threat here. She cuts inside, back inside, and it's away by Sorois. Good defending. It'll go out up top for the Falcons. And they'll look to move the ball around and get an early opportunity. Making a move there was the Horsey. Cuts it back into space. Sorois reaching back for the Huskies. Gets it. And will look to feed Demers up the line. Touched on by Demers. And it's with Sorois. Good carry by Sorois. And Demers will start with it for the Huskies after the whistle. A couple yards behind midfield. She'll lift this one up. Not a ton of it lift on it. And it will go back to the Falcons. Good defending by Demers as she's almost able to steal it and get something started. This one moved along. Staples the nearest to it. And it's taken over by Redmond. Staples lets one go from distance, but it's blocked. And a whistle here. It'll start with the Huskies carried immediately. And forward is Staples. Staples traveling into the area. Has an effort on goal, and it's kicked away by Abby Bryant. This one sent in, pushed away by the Falcons, and reaching in is Dugan. Taken over by Barassa, but then a whistle. This one up the far side. Now chance here. Put into the middle, trying to pick out Sorois, but a whistle. This one pushed across and trying to keep it in with Sprague, but it was good defending in the end, and she can get back. Fitchburg will have to travel over to midfield to even get started. But it will start with Chloe Gladu. Gladu down the line and kept in. Good work there by Fitchburg to move it forward, but Julie Nicole and the Huskies have it red defensively. This one intercepted, and now into the middle. Pushed away in the end, though, by Sprague, and now forward for Demers. Huskies looking to get it going here, but it's taken away. Sent back down the line. On by Demers at midfield, and battle there will go to Fitchburg. Now collision there. Stays with the Falcons, and everybody up immediately. And the call, oh, they're going to bring it back as the ball had not been stopped. This one taken away. Starts with Redmond here on the near side. Elizabeth Perkins, the Husky freshman ready to check in, is now it's with Sorois still. Intercepted by Richard, but a whistle, and Demers will get it started. Demers hadn't stopped the ball, and it'll get brought back. 10 minutes gone, no goals for either side here in this Little East quarterfinal. Demers with Sprague behind her. May look to lift this one, but she'll carry it, and send it on in. A whistle here, and it will go back to the Falcons. This one intercepted by Sprague. Helped on, and now it's Staples. This one down the line by Soroyce. Looking to pick out Redmond, but it was intercepted. Good job by Fitchburg. As now the Huskies win it back. It's left there for Soroyce. Soroyce sends it in. And Fitchburg trying to get it out of their own end. It's helped on and now sent in by Redmond. Dugan the nearest to it, and Ellis in the middle. As Sprague will now pressure and try to keep the ball in the end of the Falcons. Now almost across midfield and stopped by Dugan. Dugan will send it across to Staples. Ellis in front of Staples as it's corralled and now forward. Still on the line. As this one on, Dugan takes a touch to the far side, trying to carry it in, but it's stopped. And a whistle will go in favor of the Huskies. Another one there. Staples is carrying, but it will be brought back. This one away. The Huskies still pressuring, but Fitchburg done well defensively. This one cut back by DeHorsey. And intercepted well by Staples, and actually a whistle will go to the Falcons, who can now cross midfield. Now Garvin on the far side defending, and she'll win the Huskies a whistle. It's Lapperly getting ready to come in, and still waiting for the Huskies is Elizabeth Perkins. And a whistle here. The Huskies will have to deal with a penalty corner. Sarah Craig will take it. A kettle of Hawks awaiting up top as the Huskies will move out. This one to the top. Pushed on, and a whistle will be another penalty corner. Back to back for the Falcons as they weren't able to get a scoring chance there. And Craig will grab the ball and head back to try it again. This one sent in. And a drive coming in here, and it's flicked up, still bouncing around, still a problem. And another penalty corner as the Huskies able to slam the door there. Lily Keene will join Perkins as the Huskies now waiting for on 2 subs. This one all the way out. The Huskies tracking back, and it's intercepted. And the Huskies win a whistle there and are out of danger. Very Busy day here for the Huskies as quarterfinals all around. Men's soccer in Boston kick off 45 minutes from now as they'll look to avenge a 2-0 loss to the Beacons earlier this season. This one back in, and it's intercepted by the Huskies. Women's soccer will follow here at 7 p.m. They take on UMass Dartmouth, a team they beat on the way to securing the 4th overall seed in the LEC tournament. Whistle here, and Garvin will get it going for USM, is now down the line to Staples. Staples looking to utilize the pace, but it's taken away. As Sprague will check out Keen into the game, as the Huskies finally able to get both their subs. Hayden Spencer will join the Huskies up next. Coming to the near side here, Soroyce reached in and it's cut back by Richard. Whistle here, and it's taken over by USM. Barasa has it taken away by Richard, and Richard has it poked away, and there will be a whistle. Soroyce checks out, Spencer checks in for USM. Garvin will get things started. This one sent all the way down the line. Dugan closest to it for USM. She'll look to pressure. It's touched by, but out of play. USM will have it. Could have a 4-on-3 if they go quickly, as this one helped on trying to pick out Redmond. Taken away by Staples. Did well. And now Staples tries to help it on, but the pass is read by the Falcons. Demers ready to go again for the Huskies. Now Dugan. Soroyce ready to go as well for USM as Coach Bonnie Brown-Denico giving some last-minute instructions. This first half already over halfway past, still no score. As Dugan will help it on for Staples. Now on for Ellis. Perkins will check out. And it's back with the Falcons. Demers still. Helps it on and gets it back. Demers trying to find a way through. And it will be a whistle. She'll gather it. This one lifted on. Helped back into the area. Huskies looking to get something going. This one flicked on. Still a chance here. Ellis keeps it in. Sent back to the middle, and a whistle will go to Fitchburg. Out of danger are the Falcons, and they'll look to head down the field and find an opener of their own. And that one through Keene, but backing it up was Nicole. Running onto it now and taking over is Taco. This falls for Lapperly. And Garvin is able to escort it to the outside and will look to send it forward. Bongaleko, the next Husky, waiting to check in. Good carry by Sorois across midfield. And didn't have anybody going through. Now has Ellis. Ellis bearing down. And good pressure there by the Huskies. Could lead to an opportunity. Ellis carries to the far side, cuts it back. And takes a tumble as she tries to send it forward and pick out Sorois, who now has it on the far side. Back across midfield, and Barasa. This one on for Ellis. Ellis passed one, but it's poked away, and she'll have to let Dugan retrieve it. Now this one sent forward, and it's off her foot. Laco still waiting, and it will be Jordan Bartel for Fitchburg. Nicole collects it, and Julia Nicole sends it down the line. Sits with Staples. Staples lifts it up across the field, and now Spencer. Tried to reach Demers. Now Sprague getting ready to go in, and she will for Keene. Demers. Still Demers down the line. Doing well, and it will be left for Sorois. Seniors linking up here on the near side. Sorois cuts it back. Tries to help it in. It's off the stick of Demers, pushed away. And the Falcons are looking to control it, but the Huskies pressuring well. Demers wins it back. As this one sent into the middle. And a whistle will go in favor of the Falcons. Now to midfield as the Falcons look to get some sort of numbers forward. Helped along for Pacheco. Pacheco loses out to Michaela Garvin, who will send it down the line. Trying to make a move there with Sprague, but it was defended well. Garvin. As this one blocked, and play on, says the official. Now it's with Spencer. Spencer through one, trying to get past another. This one helped down the line and will run out of room. So intercepted by Dugan. Dugan forward, and it's taken away at the last second. Huskies almost with a scoring opportunity there. Now Garvin intercepts. Garvin from a ways out will send one and takes a deflection, bounces up and almost into the back of the net, and it will go to the Huskies out of top. Garvin heads back to her usual area as adventuring forward. A good effort there from the junior defender. Now back underway. It's going to be with Redmond. Redmond tosses one in, and it will be blocked, taken away by Fitchburg, and down into the Husky end. 4 Falcons flying across midfield. As reaching in is Barassa. Lako still waiting to check in. Been several minutes. Keene will also go back in for her second go of things today, and a whistle here. It will start with Fitchburg about 5 or so yards into their own end. This one across midfield and taken over by the Huskies. Soroyce. Taken away by Staples, but a whistle. Collision there. Waiting on the result of it, and there will be a card assessed here to the Falcons. Believe that is DeHorsey. And the Huskies will be up 1 for 2 minutes. Only the 8th card of the season for, or the 8th green card of the season for the Falcons, as the Huskies will look to take advantage. This one off the stick of Ellis and out of play. Nicole will check out for Keene. This one flicked up into the air and handled well by the Falcons. Cleared out, as now it stays with Dugan. Dugan carrying still. This one pushed into the middle, and it's away. A whistle here, and it will be a penalty corner for the Huskies. Halfway home on the advantage for USM. As Staples is readying up. Oh, now a 4th Falcon joining the fray. Whistle goes. Back to Staples. This one helped on and into the back of the net. The Huskies take the lead. 28 minutes gone. And with the advantage will come the game's first goal. Huskies lead 1-0 in this quarterfinal. A beautiful 1-2 work there off the penalty corner. Staples to Soroyce, back to Staples, who will finish it into the bottom corner. Huskies lead 1-0, and still 20 seconds left on the up here. This one sent back across into the Fitchburg end, and pressing is Soroyce, looking to get something going. This one taken over, and lost by Redmond in just the very end. Now off the foot of one of the Huskies, and Fitchburg going now. Good work there by Barassa to defend. Back into the game is DeHorsey, but meantime, the Huskies looking to get forward. Redmond gets it around, fires one in, but it will be out of play. Yeleni Salcedo checks in for Fitchburg. This one on by Garvin, picks out Demers. Demers on the far side will fire it. Continued on for Staples. Staples around the corner and trying to keep it going, but it's taken away by the Falcons. Whistle will bring it back to USM as Staples will get it started. Rounding the corner and firing one down, but it's intercepted. Kerrigan Demers for the Huskies now to the outside. Barraza was helping it on. Still near to it, and Garvin now reaching in. And Garvin takes over, but there's a whistle. Carrying, flying forward to the Falcons. This one poked away. USM will look to get forward themselves. This is Sprague. This is now Lako. Lako through to Sprague. Redmond ahead. And it's taken away right at the end. Demers with it. As she's forward. This one sent down. Takes a hop off the stick. And clearing her teammates out is Richard as she'll send it down the line. It was a good ball down the line. Comes off the foot of Craig, and the Huskies back to it. This is Dugan. That one will hop off her foot. Settled by Dugan, but a whistle there. And the whistle will go to the Huskies. Dugan finds Demers. That one hops off the stick of Pacheco. Whistle now Redmond. Looked like she was about to fire one up, and another whistle will give it to the Huskies. Falcons, rather, as this one helped to the outside. Richard bumps into Staples from USM. Is now this one intercepted. It's Barraza. Barraza forward, trying to pick out Lako. Also has Redmond. Redmond takes over. On the far side, Redmond has a go. And ushering it out of play is Abby Bryant, and we'll go back to the Falcons. This one through, and Demers lets it go. She'll have the ball. Carrying. This one cleared out, but only as far as Sprague for USM. Now Sprague helping it on. Redmond gives it up. And a whistle here as Dugan bumped into. The Huskies will keep it, and Dugan will have it in front of the yellow line. Dugan faked a pass to Demers and will leave it for Staples. Under 2 minutes. Huskies looking for the insurance. Now this one whipped in. And a whistle will give it to Fitchburg. This one tried to be cleared out, but Demers intercepts and finds Dugan. Now Fitchburg across midfield in numbers, but Garvin doing so well as she has all season really. And now we'll pick out Dugan. Dugan forward. Dugan still going and bumped into. And it will be going out with the Falcons. As Brian standing tall there, this one lifted up. Comes off the stick of DeHorsey, and now she'll get it back at midfield. Forward for Pacheco. Fitchburg looking to equalize here before halftime as this one into the middle, and a whistle will go to the Huskies. Into the last 15 here. Huskies just trying to clear their lines and go into the half with the lead, and it looks like that's what they'll do. Barrasso with it, 3 seconds, 2 and 1, as the Huskies will go into the half of this LEC quarterfinal with a 1-0 lead over the 6th seed Fitchburg State Falcons. 10-minute break, and then 35 more minutes here as the Huskies look to finish this one out on Little East TV. Back underway here for second half action. Sebastian Pettit with you as the Huskies 1-0 leaders over Fitchburg State in this LEC field hockey quarterfinal. Taking a look at the first half stats between these two sides, pretty even, Steven. 4 shots to 3 in favor of the Huskies. Both teams with 3 on goal, so a 100% rate for Fitchburg. Just looking to find the back of the cage. Lindsey Pitch with 3 saves in the first half. But a substitution at halftime will see Mackenzie Cormier, the sophomore out of Hiram, enter the game. Huskies traveling from right to left in this half. As now this one on by Redmond, and now down in the corner are the Huskies. Dugan carries this one on. 3 penalty corners to 1 for Fitchburg in the first half. The 1 goal, the lone difference for these two sides, as it was Staples taking the penalty corner, left it for Sorois, who gave it right back as Staples fired into the bottom corner. Doing well, almost kept it in, did Staples. Redmond gives it back to Staples. And now the Huskies looking to cross midfield. Forward for Sorois. Sorois bearing down. Ellis as well. Redmond will step in and get a piece of it. And the ball all together as the Huskies get a whistle. Now Dugan carrying forward. Picks out Redmond. Redmond looking to touch it on. Redmond into space. Could be business here for the Huskies. Redmond sends one in. Into the middle. Now Dugan with a chance. Fired wide. And now Ellis laying down to make one. And the shot out of play. It will go back to Fitchburg. Oh no, the Huskies will take it out up top as it went off the Falcons. Big chance there for the Huskies to go 2-zip up. But they'll keep the ball here now. Barassa sending one in. It makes it to Kerrigan Demers and a whistle there. This one helped on. Lapperly across midfield. Whistle here, and it will go back to U.S. Oh, no, it will go to Fitchburg. Gallagher with it. Gallagher's going to leave it. And it will be with DeHorsey. Still DeHorsey. And another whistle. DeHorsey still, and it's blocked. Redmond down to the corner with it. And now Redmond looking across midfield. Does so, has Ellis up ahead. Ellis still pushing forward, but covered well by the Falcons. Now this one dropped back to Sorois. Already an assist today. Sorois carrying to the middle, helps this one on. And again, Demers going to have a go, and it won't make it all the way there. Demers still chasing it down, gets it back. Demers cuts it back. Now with the going at it from the opposite side, and a whistle here. Back to the Falcons it goes in this opening 5 minutes of this second half. Demers carries down the far side. Brought back, and this one helped in. Huskies trying to get on the end of it. And laying down to do so was Redmond, but a whistle beforehand. This one all the way through by Demers. Nobody will touch it, and it will go back to the Falcons. Across midfield, and Barassa recovers. Barassa across midfield. Had Garvin up ahead. She'll drop back, and now Demers will carry. This one on, and it's stopped. Barassa reaching in. Demers. And she'll try to help one in, but it's blocked. Hazelin to Horsey. Gives it up and trying to clear it out of the Falcons, but Dugan takes back over. Dugan carrying still. This one helped in. Chance here. Sorois will have a go. Hopping around it. It will be a penalty corner for USM. Penalty corner here. Sorois gives it back to Staples just like last time. This one fired in at the near post. Still a battle for a chance here. It's cleared away. Now with Dugan all the way back to Barassa. Barassa trying to get it through. A whistle here, and it will go to the Huskies. Whistle, and being brought forward a little bit, just to the edge of the line. Dugan brings it back, carries it through. And now Barassa sends one in. It's blocked. Now Dugan helps it on. In front now for the Huskies, but to Horsey closest to it. Cleared away. Staples, or Sprague rather, chasing it down. As now Sprague tried to put one through for Demers, but it was taken away. Huskies looking the stronger side to start this second half. As now a whistle will give Fitchburg an opportunity to get it out of their own end and tilt the field back the other way. This one sent way forward past everybody and trying to pick out Nicole Taco, but too much on it. Demers tried to lift it up and over, but is whistled. This one into the middle. Huskies just trying to get it away. Takes a deflection, pushed away. Still trouble. McNiff. Still McNiff. McNiff will have a go, and it's blocked. Good work to get the stick down there from the Huskies. This one lifted up. Sorois just trying to control it. Back two. Turns the corner, and Sorois is away. Tried to clear it out, but only made it as far as Olivia Grant. Olivia Grant will send it back in, and there is Abby Sprague. Huskies freshman doing a fantastic job defensively. As now this one across midfield and out of play. It will go back to the Falcons. Down the line and out of play. First sub of the half for the Falcons will be Yeleni Saucedo. Good move there by DeHorsey, pass 2. Another now is chance here. DeHorsey will send it in, takes a hop around and fired into the back of the net. Fitchburg State will even things up with 24.5 left to play in regulation.
Number 4, Hazen DeHorsey.
So it's Taco with the goal to even things up here. DeHorsey with an assist after a fantastic run through. And the Falcons have evened things up, and the Huskies will look to battle back. Could say it was against the run of play, as the Huskies did well in the opening 10 minutes, but Fitchburg finding their way down, and really with their first big chance of the game, will even it up. Now it's Brooke Dugan for USM. That's going to take a hop off a stick, and we'll go back to the Huskies. Approaching 5 o'clock as men's soccer getting ready to take on UMass Boston. Links to that available on Little East TV or SouthernMaineHuskies.com as the quarterfinals for men's soccer kicking off. Women's soccer later on here at Hannaford Field at 7 p.m. Huskies take on UMass Dartmouth. It's Perkins and Keene, two defensive-minded players for USM at the ready. Both at midfield now. A whistle, and Demers will send that over to Nicole. As Nicole sends it forward, Huskies back in business. Looking to figure something out here. Good cut inside by Dugan. The door was closed, and Dugan gives away a call. Helped on. Barasa tracking back as several whistles being made. Demers out of the game, Barker in. Soroyce whistled for something, as now it's off her foot. There's a whistle. DeHorsey. Clock will stop. And Redmond will be assessed a card. And 2 minutes here for Fitchburg with a man up to try and take this lead. DeHorsey will get things started. DeHorsey sends one in, it's blocked. Trouble here, and now Soroyce trying to weave her way out of it. Did well. Still Soroyce, and the Huskies are away across midfield. Soroyce trying to keep it in and try to pick out Ellis possibly. Now back to Staples. Staples finds Soroyce. Soroyce, fantastic job. This one sent through, and the Huskies can be in business. Ellis trying to push it on, and it's taken away. Now sliding in is Soroyce. Good effort there, and still Soroyce. Past everybody, and Abby Sprague will pick it up for USM. Sprague turns it around. Still Sprague. And taken away. Salcedo. Barker and Sprague chasing it down. Soroyce checks out for Spencer. And that will go back to the Huskies as half the penalty served. Spencer. McNiff taken away by Spencer. Spencer trying to keep it in. And McNiff fires it out of play. Will go to the Huskies. Sprague tried to keep it in there. This one driven down across the field and picked up by Fitchburg. Back to even strength of the two teams. Now a run forward. It is Richard still as now a penalty corner for Fitchburg State. Craig will go to take the penalty corner. Under 19 to play here. This one fired in. Helped on. Huskies do well. And now the numbers are back. Now a shot coming in here. A whistle. And it will be another penalty corner. Shot coming in here from deep, and a whistle will go back out with USM. Parker sent it forward, and a whistle here. Demers and Sorois getting ready to check back in. As Sorois is tripped up. Unhappy there as nothing given, and still on by Fitchburg. Keene did well, and in the end the Huskies get the ball back. Dugan checks out, and that will allow Sorois into the game. That one sent out as Fitchburg gets the ball back. 16:10 left to play in regulation. Both teams tied up at 1. This one whipped down. Good defending there. Staples controlling it and sending it forward to Spencer. Spencer forward. Trying to get Ellis, but it will be Staples. As Barker checks out, Demers will check back in. Huskies still putting it forward. Staples sends one across. Helped on. Now Demers trying to get on the end of it. And it's sent away in the end by Bryant. Fitchburg with it here. We're looking to work out of their own end. Into the last quarter hour. Falcons across midfield. One lifted up high. Settled, and it will go to the Huskies. Sorois gets it going quickly. Tried to pick out Redmond. Now Spencer pressuring. Still Spencer pressuring. And the Huskies win it. Now Spencer. Still forward and a whistle. Redmond helped on. Ellis trying to get on the end of it. Spencer is going to lose her stick there. And this one here to the near side. Out of play, and it will go to Staples. One back by USM. Sorois with it on the near side. Helped on as Staples unable to keep that one going. Fitchburg gets it back. One at midfield, Barasa. Sub here as Dugan checks in for Spencer. This one will roll to the back of the cage, and it will be possession arrow Falcons. This one down the line. Sprague tried to stop it, but it rolled down, and Keene will take over for the Huskies. Keene. Now forward for Dugan. This one on for Sorois. Sorois helping it on herself. Going to try to track this one down in the corner. Does well. Still in. Sent across. Picked up by Dugan. Staples with it on the near side. Leaves it for Sprague. Sprague with room. Sends one forward for Demers. Deflection taken on it, and it will go to Jordan Bartel on the far side. Bartel across midfield for the Falcons. Both teams looking for that second and go-ahead goal with 11.5 to play in regulation. Winner will take a trip to the LEC semifinals. Sorois. And a whistle here. Huskies with it near the blue line. It will be Abby Staples. Sorois trying to reach it. Staples down the line. This one rolling through, and the Huskies will take it out up top. Whistle has an extra ball out on the field. And Sprague, it runs through and will go back to the Falcons. This one across midfield. It's with Keene. Keene has it poked away, but still possesses. Trying to turn the corner. But a flock of Falcons bearing down. Redmond. Across midfield. Tried to pick out Ellis. Ellis battling for it and wins it. Cuts it back. Sam Ellis for the Huskies. One in front of her. A second one on the way. As she'll get a pass off to Barassa. Trying to intercept. This one helped on. Redmond to Dugan. Dugan cuts it back into the area. Battle going on here. Still nothing. As now Demers will send one in. And it will go out of play. Not off anything and back to the Falcons. Staples with it at midfield for USM. She'll take a touch. And this one in for Redmond. Sorois. Still Sorois. Battle going on here on the near side with McNiff. And it stays with the Huskies. This one helped to the inside. Huskies trying to get some open space. This one whipped down across midfield. And Keene collects it. Keene with plenty of Hawks bearing down. Or Falcons, rather. Wrong bird. As this one out of play. Next up for the Huskies is Julia Nicole talking it over with coach, and now a whistle. Kaylee Hosley is the Falcon ready to enter. And that one will run out of play. Lapperly checks out. And a whistle will give this to the Falcons. Sorois, forward here. Redmond trying to get on the end of it. Now Dugan reaching in. Sorois will have a go. It's saved, rolling through and taken away. I believe it was McNiff in the end. Now Staples. Now Dugan just trying to keep the ball in the attacking end. This one blocked by the Huskies. And now Staples, the goal scorer for USM, here on the near side in front of her own bench. Trying to make something happen, and she'll get a whistle. She'll go down the line. Sorois battling with McNiff. And Staples gives it back to her, but it'll run out of play. Staples to Dugan. And now a shot or a ball coming through here. Ellis trying to get on the end of it. And it will run out of play. Offense at a premium here, as the next goal could possibly end one team's season and keep others alive. Dugan will take it out up top for USM. As that one will come off the leg of Barassa. Timeout will be called by Fitchburg State. Exactly 5 minutes left on the clock. 1-1 between these two sides. Trip to the LEC semifinals on the line here on Little East TV. Back with you here for the final 5 minutes of regulation. These two teams all tied up at 1. As now a whistle here. And a card is going to come out, and that's a big one here as Staples is going to take 2 minutes in a time where nobody for either side is going to want to sit. That one's settled by Keene, and she'll get the whistle out of it too. Huskies will possess. That one out off, and Keene gets it started. Keene at midfield. Lifts it up. It's stopped well by Cormier. Back in play, it's Gladu. Or this is Grant, rather. Quite the battle going on here between Grant and Keene. And this one with Sorois. Sorois still shielding one off, gives it back to Keene. Huskies have burned about a minute down here on the near side as Keene with the ball about 2 feet from where this penalty started. Now a whistle here, and will come off the non-stick of a Fitchburg Falcon. Dugan gets it going. Dugan sends one across. Staples helps it on. What a fantastic deflection to find Demers there. Now Demers forward down the far side. Demers whips it in. It goes off a stick, and the Huskies will carry it out up top. Dugan will look to get things started. 30 seconds left on the advantage for Fitchburg. 3:10 on the game clock. A goal apiece for the Huskies and the Falcons. This one in by Barassa. And now across midfield goes Fitchburg State. 4 and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And good work there by Garvin. A whistle, and it will go back to the Falcons. Sprague is good to go here as 2:40 left to play. Fitchburg with the ball in their own end. This one looks to be lifted up across midfield, settled well by Garvin, who just drags it back, and her pass intercepted. Huskies could be in trouble here. Forward now, as carrying it away is Nicole. This one poked. Nicole will let it go out of play, and it will go out up top to the Falcons. Dugan. This one on, and Dugan reaches in and gets it. Good work there by the Huskies. Back to even strength. A foul here against USM. Fitchburg with it, as that one never came to a complete stop. This one driven in from deep, and Cormier will watch it out of play. And with 100 ticks of the clock, USM will get it back. Sorois forward. Ellis trying to help it on. Ellis, a breakaway here. Chance for the Huskies. Ellis past one. She's tripped up. And nothing given. And DeHorsey will carry it up, but now it's taken away by USM. Into the last minute of play here. And the Huskies get a whistle. Now, over to Dugan. This one helped in. Effort turned on goal here, and it's wide. It will go back to the Falcons. That one whipped across midfield. Barassa close to it. Wins the ball. Cuts back to the outside. And a whistle here. Dugan gets it started. This one helped on. Sorois going forward. Less than 20 seconds left now. Huskies have to act quickly. This one helped in. Whistle here. It'll go to USM. There's been a whistle. Play still continuing. 6 seconds left to play. Sorois turns. Shoot being called out, but there won't be a shot. And that will do it for regulation here in Gorham. 70 minutes, and first half belonged to the Huskies, and the goal in the second belonged to the Falcons. We'll go to 7-on-7 for 10 more minutes here, as one of these teams will be heading home for the rest of the season. It's loud here at Hannaford Field between these two benches as the next team to score a goal will go to the LEC semifinal. The next team to let one up will have to wait for August. Sebastian Pettit with you here in the press box at Hannaford Field. The number 3 Huskies, the number 6 Falcons. Staples gets us started, lifts it up over the top. As this one's 7-on-7, lots of open field here. Can't imagine it going too much longer as now Sorois. That one stopped by Staples. The 7 on the field for USM. Cormier in net. Nicole is back. On the near side is Staples, Dugan, Redmond, Ellis, and Sorois for the Huskies. We'll see how the subs are utilized here as now it will be Staples, the Husky goal scorer, pass 1. And now forward for Ellis. Ellis cuts inside. This one helped on. This one whipped in, and it will be wide of the goal of Abby Bryant. This one to the far side might roll too far, and the Huskies will get a chance far up the field. Both benches absolutely buzzing as this one is sent in. Redmond nearest to it, into the middle. It's Sorois. Still Sorois. Sorois helps one on. Dugan nearest to it, takes a couple hops around, and it will go to the Falcons. 2 minutes gone already, as both these benches will say it's felt like an eternity. We're playing till we get a winner. And bumped into there, and that will go against the Huskies. This one across midfield into open space. Could be trouble. This one helped forward. Cormier out off her line. Kicks it away. Cormier possibly saving the Husky season, but will go again. Over on the far side, a whistle. It will stay with Fitchburg. This one being helped around. Dugan the nearest to it. This one sent into the middle. Redmond was going to clear it away, but she's got a whistle. One of these two teams fighting for a trip to Vermont, which is nice this time of year, as the ball at midfield. This one helped on. Now closest to it is Staples. Staples turning the corner, looking to go forward to Ellis. Ellis reaching to grab it, and Ellis will possess, trying to keep it in. Oh, and just out of play. Game of inches is now Fitchburg takes over. Ellis just pushes that one back out. Quick defending. This one carried back in. Helped on. Off the foot of number 2. That is Craig. Staples looking to get it started. Staples across midfield. This one helped on, but out of play. USM will stay with it. Meanwhile, down in Boston, Beacons 1-0 leaders over Southern Maine. 10 minutes to go in the first half. This one helped on. Closest to Redmond. Whistle here, and it will go to USM. Now Dugan, that's going to hit a foot, and it should be a penalty corner for the Huskies. It will be 5-on-3 here in this penalty corner. This is how the Huskies scored earlier. It will be Abby Staples. Staples, short to Sorois. Sorois, she'll have a go. Whiffed on it, still going. This one inside is Staples, turned on and pushed away. and the Huskies will take it out up top. Dugan will get things started. 5 minutes gone in the overtime period. This one short to Staples. Staples winds one up. This one takes a hop, bouncing around on the ground, and another penalty corner for the Huskies. Staples. This one lands on the stick of Brooke Dugan. Dugan cuts it back into space. Dugan's going to fire. And a whistle there will go against the Huskies. Fitchburg takes over, and the Huskies already dropping into position. End-to-end action here. Huskies dominating this first overtime period, but this one forward. Nicole just trying to get it away, and into space goes Julia Nicole. Nicole looking to find the open Husky. This one helped on. Staples. Staples able to turn. Help one down to Ellis. Ellis down the line here for Sorois. Battling is Sorois. Now this one into the middle. Helped on and taken over by the Falcons. Cutting inside, and it was Maggie Redmond taking it over and winning it. This one pushed away, and now problems here for the Huskies. But able to get back is Dorina Sorois. The senior not wanting it to end here as this one across midfield into open space is Sam Ellis down the left side, near side here as she'll cut inside into space. Still Ellis as this one poked away in the end. It's frantic here at Hanford Field. Sorois will call for a sub, and it will be Lily Keene for USM. She'll get ready and join Coach Bonnie Brown-Dunico here at the sideline. This one sent in by Staples. Both teams giving it everything they've got. 7 minutes gone. Huskies with the majority of the chances. Now it is Staples. Ellis to the byline, and it's out of play. Huskies will take it out up top. Here to the near side, Dugan. Dugan turns. Heading for the end line. And it will be carried out of play back to the Falcons. This one all the way through, running it down, was Molly Richard. Richard down the line. Nicole in plenty of space. Cuts it to the inside and around, but it's poked away, and a whistle. USM gets it back. Further away, says the official here in the Huskies defending half. This one pushed to midfield. Keene reaching for it. And it sits at midfield with Fitchburg State. Dugan. This one forward for Ellis. Good control by Ellis. Ellis looking to use the speed here. Turning the Jets on is the freshman. She cuts inside. Tries to poke it on, but is stopped. And well by Richard. She'll send it away across midfield, and Abby Staples comes to collect. Good cut inside there by the junior. As now has Dugan in front. She'll continue to carry into the open space. Now one in front of her. A lot of the pressure away from her is now 3 of the 5 back for Fitchburg defending her. Now Dugan cuts inside. Went off a foot, but it will be Dugan's, they say. And pointed in the wrong direction. It will be a penalty corner. 35 seconds left to play in overtime. Is there a twist to the tail yet? It will be Abby Staples for USM. Taking her time. This will be most likely the last offensive action of this overtime period. It's here to Dugan on the near side. And It will just be another penalty corner. The horn will sound here. There is no time left in the overtime period. It will come down to a penalty corner. Can the Huskies score and advance? This one into Dugan here on the near side. And a whistle. Somebody's going early, and now the Huskies are allowed another forward. No chance for Fitchburg to score, so the Huskies can all send it forward. Twice as many Huskies as Falcons as now. This one into Dugan. Dugan back to Staples. Staples pokes it on. Still in the middle. Chance here. Helped on. Nicole was cut down away from the play. Wasn't able to run in. And another penalty corner. Huskies with another chance. About a minute passed since the horn sounded, but the Huskies with yet another opportunity. Staples will take it. And one of the Fitchburg players will be sent to midfield. 6-on-2 for USM here. Fitchburg would need some magic here to escape. This one in. It's Dugan. Dugan into the middle. This one set up. Helped on. Chance here for the Huskies, and it's saved off the line somehow. I don't believe it, and that will end the first overtime period here in Gorham. No result coming there as 10 minutes pass in this first overtime. Still 1-1. We'll head to a second overtime period. We've played 80, and the whistle will go, and there will be up to 10 more. Both these teams 1 goal away from an LEC semifinal trip to Castleton. The other team a goal allowed away from waiting for preseason is now Soroyce here on the near side. These two teams absolutely battling it out. This one rolls all the way through. Now the Huskies taking over. It's Ellis. Ellis with a chance. Lifts it past. Still going. It's Ellis into the back of the net. Has it been given? We're waiting to hear. And I believe it has. The Huskies only 30 seconds in. And Sam Ellis has scored the game-winning goal. What an individual effort there to win it and pass the keeper. Able to flick it on, and the Huskies are heading to Castleton, Vermont.
Huskies goal scored by number 5, Sam Ellis.
The Huskies playing some of their best ball all season long against a team they lost to 2-1. They'll avenge that with a win when it mattered more. Sebastian Pettit with you here. The Huskies are going to Castleton.